A bit like they used to do at the Galleries of Justice. We've got something fun to show you later.
Yeah, we'll give them a little clip as well later.
We'll show you a little clip first, okay. Right, let's get into character. We're already in character. Nice t-shirt.
Yeah, yours isn't bad either.
Crown copyright.
Yeah.
It's got get out of debt free on the back. Anyway, we'd just like to say hi to everybody. We love you very much. Thank you very much for all your comments on our channels, and of course everybody has complete free will of what they want, comments, what they want to say and everything. I'd just like to ask a few questions. Have you heard about these new bots that the government have designed?
For browsing the internet and checking on if you're saying anything naughty about them.
If you're using your hatred words against, say, the beautiful David Cameron or the wonderful George Osborne, our servants, and the government, that it's going to track you down and do things to you.
Ah, what, like get the Secret Service to come round and see you?
Something like that. Anyway, we'd just like to say hi to the government, the MI5, all the councils and everybody that watches our videos. We do love you very much. We don't say anything nasty about you. All we want to know is why that you're still raping children, sending men and women to their deaths, and making people commit suicide because of so-called lies like austerity. That's fair, isn't it?
Well, it's like Ian Smith. Ian Smith is guilty of murder. We're not going for the corporate manslaughter anymore. He knows people are dying because of what he's doing. So Ian Smith is a murderer.
He's one of your favourite murderers, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, basically, it's a little bit of a message, just a short chat about hatred, comments, and on our channels and them. So, yeah, we love your comments, whatever you want to comment about. Oh, also, by the way, you know when somebody's commenting on King Abdullah's Key's channel at night, it's not necessarily me, it's not necessarily him. So, and when you receive comments on Srilankerc's channel, it's not always necessarily us that are replying. So, thank you for calling my girlfriend King Key. But you call her Trinity. The people on YouTube call her Trinity, but she hasn't got a name as well. Yeah, anyway, hatred. Do you realise that, say you were in government and that would never happen, and he was taking all the money and letting people die like this Smith chap that he was talking about. If I was to tell you that I hated you, would I be hating myself?
Of course you would.
Because for are we not all one? You see, a lot of people don't get it, that we are all one. But we have a negative other selves who have their own identity and personalities. But they look at us as just... So then you get greed. So the ego, all of a sudden, it looks at everybody else. Because I'm nothing to do with you. me. I'm me, not you. So that is a definition of a psychopathic or sociopath negative of the self. We're positive of the selves. Even if you shoot us or hate us, we still love you. You have no say in it whatsoever, neither does anybody else. And so we're not free, but we have free will. And if our free will is impeded, then it's what? Slavery. Isn't it? So, and them. So, them, me, we, you, I, us, him, she, it's the same thing. But you realise that if somebody's a sociopath or a psychopath, they won't hold the knife or the gun, but they'll quite happily remove your money, and just don't care about you or give a shh about you at all. No hate. But if you want to hate somebody, if you hate somebody, or you type in Tony Bayer is a C-U-N-T, he still is C-U-N-T, he's always been a C-U-N-T, and he still remains to be a C-U-N-T.
Which is see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. So, I mean, it's always your choice, but me personally, and I know this one feels the same, we're just field units with dual inline memory modules called brains, which our minds use. So I choose...
We're up to quad core now.
Oh, you've got a quad core inside, it's 4 ventricles.
Yeah.
Yeah? This is the memory bank, and that's a processor for the blood and stuff. It's biomagnetic, electromagnetic chemical reality.
Did you know it's absolutely impossible for your heart to pump that amount of blood around your body?
Wow.
And yet it does.
You learn something new every day, don't you?
Do you know why it does?
Well, how come?
It doesn't just pump it like a pump does, it actually twirls it at the same time. And as it's going up and down, at a certain point, it actually pumps itself.
Wow. Without even thinking as well. You don't. The mind does that, not the brain.
You've got loads and loads of veins.
The nervous system, yeah.
And it just couldn't possibly pump it, but the blood actually pumps itself. It is actually the first official free energy.
Fantastic. And it's doing it without even thinking it. Anyway, we love you, everyone. We just wanted to say we get a great kick out of this exposing people and just asking very, very gentle questions, especially to our negative other selves who are in a club of take. Haven't they got enough already? Haven't enough people suffered? It's time to play the game nicely, isn't it?
You see, they judge it by how bad everyone else is doing. If everyone else is doing really bad, they're thinking, great, that means that we're doing really good.
Fantastic.
For
well,
themselves.
Have a nice time in the British Virgin Islands and your tax havens.
But we will be paying you a visit.
Will we?
Oh, yeah. If nothing else for a free holiday.
Oh, okay. As long as you don't get taxed.
And if we can repatriate some of the goods back to our country, even better.
Yeah. They can take all their pictures of the Queen. We won't need them. So, basically, everybody, are you aware that all we're doing is planting a seed? Yeah? And when you plant a seed and you ask a really, really good question, and we're still learning because it still feels like I've only just landed on this planet. Every day when I wake up, I can't quite compute it. And I know that I'm a computer, as well as an actor.
It's like Ian Smith. I mean, we love him.
Ian Smith.
But we don't like him.
We don't like what he's not doing. Yeah, and we don't like what he's also doing.
But this is the way that I actually justify it to myself. What he's doing now, he's going to pay back tenfold in his next life. So he's really, really in trouble.
You know, when you die, there's no concentration camp, heaven or hell. There's no prison. But there's a sort of karma because you collect your thoughts and you see exactly what you've done throughout your life. And all of a sudden, Mr. Duncan Smith, Ian, you'll realise, mate, that when you're dead, you'll go, oh, those poor people, because of the bedroom tax, they committed suicide, they killed themselves, right? And you'll realise, oh, there isn't any karma, but you can decide to go and reincarnate, but you'll probably punish yourself as a little child, as somebody who gets horrible, nasty disease, time and time again.
That's the beauty of it, because you will actually judge yourself, but from not a who I am now judgment, from who you are above, higher up. When your inner self, the self that is clean and just, will judge you.
You know, the only two things that exist, the only material that exists, is light, right? And if you don't learn the lessons of love and light, and for are we not all one, then you'll just punish yourselves again. So, a message to them, so-called them. We don't think you or see you next Tuesdays or anything like that. We absolutely love you. But we're sick of the suffering, so behave yourselves and be our servants.
Or just behave yourselves.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.